Hello, everyone. We are so happy to have you joining us today for Selling Online with E-commerce Tools. I'm just going to give everyone a moment to come in and get settled. Uh, as we're getting ready and letting some people join, if you would share some of your information in the chat so that we know who's here to join us today, that would be great. Just your name, a little about your business, just a little bit of that networking, and we will get started in just a few moments. All right, fantastic. We are going to get started. Welcome. My name is Rachel, and I am the Marketing and Communications Specialist here at the Temple Small Business Development Center. The Temple SBDC helps small businesses start, grow, and succeed. We do this through our no-cost consulting and a variety of no-cost webinars and training programs like the one that you are attending today. You're joining us for Sell Online with E-commerce Tools. We will be recording today's session, and so a copy of that recording will be sent to all of our attendees within a few days in a follow-up email. All of our attendees have been muted, but we encourage you to post any questions you have in the chat, and I am now going to turn the floor over to Soleil.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you all today. My name is Soleil. I am your Pennsylvania Grow with Google digital coach, and we are going to talk today about selling online with e-commerce. But before I go ahead and get started, if you missed last week's session and you're really interested in boosting your website performance and just the overall branding and engagement with your website, I highly recommend you head over to the Temple SBDC YouTube page and you can watch the replay of last week's workshop. So you can get all of the information at your fingertips, so you can go ahead and make that move so your website is running at top performance. But today we're going to talk more about selling online with e-commerce tools. So we're going to talk about websites, but there are also some other tools that can help you to sell and market the products and services that you have. So I'm going to start with introducing myself and my lovely coach assistant for today. My name is Soleil Meade. Again, I am your Pennsylvania Grow with Google digital coach, but I'm also the owner and operator of Soleil Branding Essentials. I've been in business for a little over 10 years now, but full-time for 3 years. And I help small businesses like yourselves, nonprofits, speakers, communities, help bring their vision to life. I help them through graphic design, website design and development, as well as brand strategy and marketing. And I absolutely love what I do. So being able to be in this space with like-minded individuals, fellow small business owners, and helping them to grow their digital skills is right on target with helping with my overall mission is to help people bring their visions to life. So that's me. Vicky dropped all my contact information in the chat. And now I would like to introduce Vicky Sepulveda. She is my Google bestie, and she is also the Texas Grow with Google digital coach. So, Vicky has a whole lot of territory to cover as she takes care of all of the small business owners in Texas, providing similar workshops. Vicky is the CEO of Crossing Bridges Consulting, but she is literally like an expert whenever it comes to small businesses and ownership and entrepreneurship. She has owned businesses. She has her own business, international speaker, and she's been with the Digital Coaches Program since it started, so for several years. So she is a wealth of knowledge and information, and she is going to be co-piloting today with me as we share information with you. You'll notice that we'll put a lot of information in the chat. We'll ask questions. We'll ask you to type 1 or 2 or type yes or no. Definitely get engaged. This space is for you to ask your questions, for you to gather insight from your fellow learners, as well as from myself and Vicky. So just get ready for the ride. And Vicky, again, has dropped all of our contact information. So feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. And also, if you are posting on social, if you really see something you like and you want to tell your followers about this amazing workshop that you're in, tag us in it. Tag me in it at Soleil Meade or at the Digital Coaches Program on Instagram. We would love to hear from you. So let's go ahead and get right into the agenda for today. So before I hop in and go over what we are going to cover today, I do want to get an idea of who is in the room. So in the chat, if you have a website, give me a 1. If you sell a product or service, give me a 2. Or if you are working on your website and your business still, give me a 3. All right, so, all right, I saw 1, 2, 3. I like that, Tommy. All right, great. So we got a lot of people who already have a website. This is excellent. A couple people who sell products or services. So the reason why I asked that is we are going to cover a lot of tools today that hopefully will open up your insight on what is available to you, what platforms are available to you if you already have a website and you sell products and services, how to get them out there more. We're also going to talk about the Shopify platform, which is one of the top platforms to utilize if you do sell a product, especially products. And then we're going to talk about Google Merchant Center and a business profile and how those two tools can also help you to showcase the product and the services that you offer. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So here in this slide, what you see is the process of online shopping. And we know that is on the rise. Coming off of the pandemic where we literally had to do everything online. I remember buying groceries from my phone on Instacart, sending groceries to family members or medicines that they needed. Everything was happening in some type of virtual platform because of the situation that we were in. So one of the things as a business owner that we have to be consistently mindful about is that the same way that we function in our purchasing state and how we decide how we're going to purchase something or what we're going to purchase, where we're going to purchase it at is the same thing that our potential buyers are going through. So this statistic is saying that in over 60% of shopping occasions, shoppers are going online first. But online shopping is then driving in-store visits. So they may go online to see if something is in stock. They may go online to get a very detailed product description about something that they want to purchase, to make sure it has the ingredients that they needed to have, to make sure that it's made of the fabric that they like to have. And then they might go into the store and buy it. And then lastly, we had a global survey. So this isn't just a national one, but globally, 45% of shoppers buy online and then pick up on in store. So this slide is just really speaking to the convenience that we provide our customers whenever we have options for them to sell, for them to purchase what we are selling online in various ways. So let's go ahead and talk about in even more detail, some more statistics on why, if you are a retailer business, for myself, I have a service-based business. So I provide services to my clients. There are on some occasions that I do provide products, but on a regular basis, it's services. Vicki used to have a doggy treat business. That was definitely a retail business. She had something that you can physically put in someone's hand. So when we talk about retailers, there's that need to be online. A global survey found out that 58% of purchases were prompted by something that a shopper saw online. So whether they came into your store and bought your doggy treat or they ordered it online, there was something about your presence online that led them to that purchase. So 46% of shoppers surveyed confirmed that inventory online was important before they went into the store. Nobody wants to make a trip to get something that they want only to find out that it is not available, right? So it's so important to have an idea of the customer's experience, what they're looking for, and that's what we're going to dig into today. So here we have all of the different places on Google where you can show your products. Did you know that average online shopping journey has over 140 touch points. That's a lot. What happens is these touch points are influencing people on what to buy and where to buy it from. If you would just take a moment to think about your interaction on social media and even on your favorite website platform, like think about all of the ads that you see. Think of all of the promotions that other people are showcasing. I mean, I am in groups on Facebook that are considered touch points for products that I may buy, like a fragrance group, because I want to know what the trending fragrances are. There are so many touch points that we can experience in purchasing something. But I want to talk to you all about the Google touch point. So we have the business profile, the Google shopping tab. I love the shopping tab, the shopping ads that pop up. We have Google Lens, Google Images, and Google Search. So I am very curious. Vicki put it in the chat. Let us know in the chat, which of these touch points are you familiar with or do you use for your business? So let us know in the chat. I know for me, I use business profile. I love Google Images. Google Search is a daily part of my life, multiple times a day, probably my most engaged with tool in a day is Google Search. And I love the shopping ads and the tabs that pop up because I like the ads because they tend to show me what I've been searching for. So let us know in the chat. I see a couple people said search images and shopping tabs and ads, Google Images. I'm not seeing a lot of Google Lens, so I'm excited to talk to you all a little bit more about Lens today. But I'm going to go ahead and move into our first segment of the workshop. And this is about using your business profile to showcase your products. So for anyone who isn't familiar with the business profile, it is a free tool, and I'm going to give you a quick overview. We're going to go ahead and poll in the chat. So let us know if you have a business profile already. Type 1 for yes, 2 for no. And if you said yes, feel free to share how your business profile has helped your business. Okay, so I'm looking at the numbers. I'm seeing a lot of no. I'm seeing a lot of no's. Okay, this is exciting. Yeah, so we need to get you guys set up with your business profile. I'm super excited. This is one of my favorite tools that we have. It's absolutely free. And to explain it in like layman's term, your business profile is literally like your virtual or your digital storefront of your business. So as you can see on the screen, and many of you have probably experienced this, if you type in, say, a restaurant you want to go to, or a small business owner you're considering buying from, you usually see on the right side of your screen, or if you're on your mobile version, it typically pops up right at the top or maybe a little bit down on your first scroll. You'll see some pictures at the top, and then you'll see the name of the business. You'll see their website, their reviews, and some information on how you can engage with them. That is a business profile. And believe it or not, it is not an auto-generated profile based off of the information online about your business. It is a product and a tool that you control the messaging of. You control what images go up there. I mean, you don't control the reviews, but you can have some control over that based off of how you respond to them. And you also control the information that you showcase to potential customers and even loyal customers about your business. So let's go ahead and look into the business profile a little more. So we're going to go ahead and drop a link in the chat so you can go ahead and set up your business profile. So what you want to do is you're going to follow this link, and then you're going to need to be signed in to your Google account that you want to use for your business in order to go ahead and sign up for your business profile. It's absolutely free. You need to have your Gmail address, and if your business uses Google Workspace, it's automatically going to, kind of convert to that Google account that you use. So let's jump into like some of the things that it will require of you, because a lot of you haven't set up a business profile before. So it's going to have you like set up your profile, ask you several questions about it. And then there's a verification process. So in some cases, your verification may happen just through email, but then in other cases, you might be mailed out a postcard and there will be a verification code on that postcard. And then you'll be able to go back to your profile and enter in that verification code. Google is very committed to the security of your business. So that's why there's a verification process to ensure that the business that you're saying is yours is actually yours. But the really cool thing is that while your business is in verification mode, you can still build your business profile. So I believe this workshop focuses more so on how you can add your products and services to the business profile. So I just wanted to make sure I gave you all that insight on how to get it set up. So here we are. This is where you can add your products to your business profile. Because many of you don't have a profile already, I'm going to go through just some of the items in the dashboard that will give you a quick overview of the power of your business profile. So when you go to the homepage, that's your overall kind of information about your business profile and your business. But the post page is where you can actually make posts about your business. This is how you keep your business relevant on your business profile. The same type of post that you might post on your Facebook page for your business or your Instagram page, you can place those posts also on your business profile. You want to think from the mindset of, well, why would I have a business profile? Many of us would admit that we search Google multiple times a day for the things that we need, and it's the #1 search engine in the world. So when you have a business profile, you have a greater capacity for someone who may be searching for what you have to offer to organically pop up. You have an even greater reach for a stranger that doesn't even know you to pop up and explore your business. So the info is where you add all types of information about your business, your hours, whether you are in a brick and mortar location, or you can set a service area if you don't have an actual location. The business profile will ask you for an address, but you can select that address not be public, and you can just put a service area if you are a service-based business. Another thing it'll give you is insights about engagement on your business profile. You also can get a link that you can share out to other people to call people to come and make reviews on your business profile. I know for myself, I often will I use business profile a lot when I'm traveling and I'm looking for a new restaurant to go to when I'm in a new area. And those reviews help me to decide which restaurant I choose. So you have control of that. You can message back and forth with people who visit there. But what we are wanting to focus on is the fact that you can add your products. So if you have products, you can add your products into your business profile. And then what's really cool is that you can even add a link for them that leads them to your website for them to purchase, or you can set up different things where I'm pretty sure that you can make the purchase through Google. I think a lot of people end up leading them to the website because there's so much more a person can explore on your website that you maintain. So you want to upload your photo, you want to select the category for it, you want to put the price or the price range, and add a description. I encourage you to make sure you have something in all of these areas, even if it's optional. The more that you provide a potential customer and it increases your likelihood for them to engage more and hopefully purchase. We often get the question on if you can put your services on your business profile, and you absolutely can. It's a little easier on the business profile versus the Merchant Center, which we're about to talk about. The Merchant Center was made specifically for like product-based businesses. People have found maybe workarounds to kind of put their services on there, but whenever you're in the business profile, say for instance, you have a service that is a consulting session. So you can put details about that consulting session in your products, and then the button that you use to kind of call someone to action and take them to another site, you can have that button go to the page where it talks about the consulting, and it gives the steps on how to sign up for it. So you can absolutely put your services in your business profile as well. So right here on this slide, you see how a product might appear. Another cool feature you see next to the Spice House, there's a phone number to call. This is particularly helpful for brick and mortar stores whenever you have people that might have questions about what you're selling. If they hit that, whether they're on their desktop or their mobile device, it will actually patch them right into you for them to be able to ask questions. So this business profile is providing information, it's providing accessibility to your business. So I'm going to pause and see if anyone has any questions about the business profile. I think I saw some questions in the chat, but Vicki probably answered most of them. Tommy asked about whether it is for a brick and mortar store. And if you don't have a brick and mortar store, and I think I touched on that, you absolutely can use it. Don't be afraid whenever it asks you for your address. You have to provide an address because Google, again, is committed to ensuring that you are the owner of the business and protecting your security. So you have to put the address in, but you're going to want to check the box so you don't make your address public, because maybe you work from home. But then once you do that, you want to set up service areas. So for instance, if you're a service-based business, say you own a lawn care business, then I'm sure you're not serving the entire United States with that service. So you will want to set the service area for all of the different areas that you serve with your business. Even though it's a service-based business and not an actual brick and mortar. Can you open one for different businesses? I'm pretty sure you can. You probably will have to have a different email associated with each business account. So as long as you have a different email that you're able to log into to access that, you should be fine. Do you set up the account first on the first link and then create the business profile? Okay, the links. And that was my fault because I didn't give my friend the link in my notes. Vicki, do you have insight on that?
I did. I actually shared it. I grabbed it. So I just added the google.com/business, but I'll do it again. I'll add both of them, the account sign up and then I'll add both of these in there right now.
So what Lori is asking is hold on. At the link. She's asking if you have both of those links. Just one.
I think we're good.
So I know when I clicked on the first one, it took me to log in. But if you click on the one, it's not going nowhere for me. If you click the one that's google.com/business, I think that's naturally going to take you to the business profile page where it explains a little bit about it, and there's a sign up button. So if you don't have an account yet, I'm pretty sure that's the one that you would want to start with.
I'm like, yes, the second one is going to take you to the business profile page, and you can launch and claim. You can also type in Google and type in your business name and see if it already comes up, because a lot of times if there's activity like people looking for your business, Google may kind of put something up that's a shell of your company.
Great. Thank you so much, Vicki. I see a couple questions in the Q&A, and thank you for those. I am going to answer Jennifer's questions about selling nationwide. And I'm going to answer them live. So she had a question about what if you're selling nationwide? And if you're selling nationwide, you can literally type in the US and literally make that your entire coverage area. So that is what you can do. The one thing that I recommend, because I also have a business that, you know, I can service anyone worldwide, honestly, but you also want to set that kind of large scale service area, but you also want to be very aware of who you're and where your primary customers are coming from. And I would recommend setting up a service area there as well. So for instance, although I can do graphic web design for anyone nationwide, most of my customers are in the Pennsylvania area. I have a couple scattered, so I could set specific service areas and maybe even in your description to say, you know, we serve nationwide, but in these states, we have a strong customer base. So that's the way that you would kind of spin that in a marketing way. So I see someone asking about Google Lens, and Google Lens is coming shortly, but I do want to introduce you all to Google Merchant Center. So tell me if you have used Google Merchant Center before. Type 1 for yes and 2 for no in the chat. So retailers use Google Merchant Center to make their store and product information available to shoppers across Google. So many of you said, when we looked at the touch points, that you like the shopping ads and the shopping tab, and Google Merchant Center, once you have an account set up, that increases your likelihood to show up in the shopping tab. So we want to go ahead and talk to you a little bit more about Google Merchant Center. So it is another free tool, and what it does is it helps you upload your store and your product data to Google, so then you can make it available on Google Shopping ads, as well as other services that we provide. So here you can kind of see what Google Merchant Center looks like. And again, it looks very similar to the business profile. It's going to take you to a page to tell you a little bit about it, and you're going to see that get started button, and that is where you go to actually get started with the process. So let's take a look at where your products can appear if you do set up a Merchant Center account, because it can show up in multiple places across Google. So first, your products and your product information may come up naturally in your Google search results. So here what you see is the Spice House, that's the test business that we're using for this workshop. And the Spice House here is showing how when someone typed in to buy the fenugreek, in the Spice House, then you see that these ads popped up there directly below. And then below that, you see the ground fenugreek seeds, then you see the whole fenugreek seeds. So now you can see how typing in the search Merchant Center is actually helping to propel this information. So when you have organic results, and that's just like basic information about your product and the description and a link to it, but then you'll see that some results show more. And that's what we like to call is a rich snippet. And that can really help a product to stand out, because you're not only giving me the basic information, but you're enticing me to want to learn more. So you see the fenugreek seeds in the search results, but then it also has a little bit more information underneath it. So in that organic result, you see that it has a rating for the product that you're looking for. You can see the price, and you can see whether it's in stock or not. So again, this information is coming from your Merchant Center, because now not only do you just have this information on your website, but you've connected it to Google through your Merchant Center, and it's going to pull and showcase that information. So one of the things that you should do is talk to your website developer about adding structured data markup to your website. So long story short, the structured data is like a labeling system added to your web pages. And what it does is it increases the Google and other website platforms, whenever they scan the websites to pull information, it pulls from this labeling system to better position your product and information about your product to other people. So when you have a very strong structured data markup on your website, then that also increases the likelihood for you to show up in these results. And it works really well with the Merchant Center because you're really touching every point of information that can help you to show up and provide as much information as possible to a potential customer. So let's look at the shopping tab, because we're covering the ways that you can show up on Merchant Center on Google through having a Merchant Center account, excuse me. So the shopping tab is another way that you can show up. So you can literally like sell your products right through the shopping tab, and that can lead people to learn more about your product and actually seal the deal and purchase it. You can also go to shopping.google.com, and then you can shop right from there as well. But most of us probably access the shopping tab through Google search. Another way, if you have a Merchant Center account, you can show up in Google in the images tab. I love Google Images. I use it all the time. So you can tell that an image that is connected to a product, you can tell because it has that rich snippet. It has that additional information that is telling you a little bit more about the product. It's telling you that it's in stock. It also has this little product label, which we call a product annotation. That's where it has the little price tag with product next to it. So that's where you can tell the difference between an image, if it's an actual product you can purchase, or if it's just the image of fenugreek seeds. And then we have Google Lens. So a lot of you all asked about Google Lens. A lot of people don't even know about Google Lens and what it offers, but Vicki, I love when Vicki talks about Google Lens because she has used it plenty of times, but what it is using the phone on your camera in a visual way. So, you know, a lot of us use our phones on our cameras on our phones to like scan a QR code. So with Google Lens, you can actually like scan something that you're interested in learning more about or finding. And what Google Lens is going to do is, say you scan, I think Vicki's example is about a shoe or something like that, right, Vicki? Like she scanned a shoe through her Google Lens app, took a picture of that, and then what Google did was it provided similar products in relation to that shoe. It looked at, you know, the color, the style of it, and now it's going to show you like, this is where you're going to end up buying this shoe at. So Google Lens is not going to give your products the same volume and exposure as Google search, but it does help you to get in front of people if you have people who are using this tool. It is an app that you download on your phone, and it's also available in the camera app for people who have Android devices as well. So let's move on to the other way that you can show up with Merchant Center, and that is with shopping ads. So shopping ads are really powerful. They're more than text. They usually have like a photo, a title, your store name, and even more information. So if it's an ad, you're getting a high level information about whatever you are searching for on Google. So shopping campaigns can be used to help you promote your online and your local inventory. When you're looking at local inventory, you want to like help nearby shoppers know what you have in stock. We kind of talked about that a little earlier on. People want to know online if something is available, so then if they decide to go in person, they can get it. So in order to run these types of ads, you have to have a Merchant Center account. And I just want to review the basic process of your Merchant Center account. So you are going to create the account, then you're going to add all your products to it, then you're going to connect the Merchant Center, and Google Ads together. And then once you do that, you can create a shopping campaign to advertise those products that you added on your Merchant Center account. So let's look at how the Merchant Center actually works. So this is like a high-level overview, 3 steps. And we're going to walk through it step by step, and it's not very difficult to do, but if you have a lot of products that you do offer, you want to give yourself some grace and some patience to, kind of walk through the time it may take to get everything added. So the first thing you're going to do is the create account. You're going to upload your products, and then you're going to just showcase them across Google. So let's look into this. This is how you create your account. Vicki has probably already dropped the link in there. But if not, we're going to drop it in there. This is where you would go to get started. So once you go ahead and sign up, you're going to use your Google business account to sign up for it. Now it's going to ask you for information about your business. So you want to put the information in as you want customers to recognize you. So you're going to put the name of your business, the country that you're headquartered in, and then your time zone as well. And then it's going to ask you to select checkout options. I love the fact that it gives you versatility. So you can have people check out on your website. If you have a Merchant Center account, you can actually have them check out on Google. And they can buy right from there. Some people don't want to send people to another page to go through another process. They want to seal the deal right there. But that is an option. And then you can also have an option for them to pick up at your local store. So you want to select all that you want for your products and your services. You can always change this at any time if you find that, I'm getting more people buying straight from Google. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my website. You can always make updates and changes. Then they're going to ask you for some additional information. They're going to ask you if you have a Shopify account or a PayPal account, because naturally Google likes to harmonize with other products and tools that will help you grow your business. So if you select that, then it's going to help those to work together. Then it's going to ask you if you want to opt into email and have you agree to the terms and services, and then you create your account. So this is giving you an idea of what the Merchant Center account looks like. It's going to give you an overview, which is going to show you, the feed uploads that you have done, meaning that you have uploaded products into your Merchant Center. It's going to show you how your shopping ads are performing if you connect a Google Ads account. And it's going to show you other insights, growth, and performance about how your Merchant Center is performing. It's going to have you verify your business. So if you want customers to see the products that are available at your local store, you have to verify your site. So you can either verify it through analytics or a tag manager or HTML file to your website. You might want to involve your website developer if all of that sounds like extra to you. You also can have the option to verify it via Shopify if you have Shopify as your store. So the next thing you want to do is add your products. So this is one of the most important parts, because you got your account set up now. In order for your products to showcase, you have to get them added into the Merchant Center. So you want to start by clicking on products in that navigation or dashboard on the left side, and then you can either click to add the products individually. Say you only have a couple of products that you offer, you might just want to add them one by one, or you might want to add multiple products at a time, or you can do a combination of both. And then we're about to look at what that looks like. So this is what it looks like if you wanted to add an individual product. It's going to ask you for some information like the title, the link, the price. Those are required fields, but then you also have optional fields too. Like if you have different sizes or colors of that, that would be optional for you to add. Products that are added individually have to be edited individually too. So you want to keep that in mind as you are thinking about setting up your Merchant Center account. Do I want to add them one by one, or do I want to add them in bulk? If you add them in bulk, you have a little bit more capacity to do some editing collectively. So you can use a combination of individual product uploads and product feeds. Product feeds make it easier for you to add multiple products to Merchant Center, and we're going to look at that next. So this is what a product feed looks like. It is a file that contains all the information about the products that you want to showcase on Google. So this file is going to include information about your product. So we like to call those attributes. Everything that you would need to know about your product, this file is going to contain, you know, the price, the description, inventory information, so on and so forth. It's going to have you enter that basic information that you just saw on the screen, but then it's going to have you move to actually setting up the product feed. So you want to give it a name. This name is not going to appear on Google. It's going to be helpful for you so you can identify it in your account. So then you're going to choose what products that you want to add. If you're just getting started, one of the easiest ways to do it is to use Google Sheets. So if you click on Google Sheets like you see on the slide, then it's going to provide you with a template that you can then go in and enter all the information in. So what'll happen is once you choose the template, you can either enter the information in or you can upload an existing sheet. So if you would choose uploading an existing product feed, then you would already have that spreadsheet ready to go, and then you would just upload it. So that spreadsheet already has all the information that you need for Google Merchant Center. But let's assume that you're starting from scratch. So you choose the template, and let's look at what that looks like. So here, now it's taking you to this template. You can see in that header, you have the ID of your product, the title, the description, the link to it, the condition, the price, the availability, the image link, and then you have some other information that you would fill out. The goal will be to fill out each of those different areas so you can ensure that once you upload this into your Merchant Center, it's going to pull all this information. So it does sound a little technical, but at the end of the day, you're really just creating a spreadsheet with the product information that you want to display across Google. If there's an area where you're like, well, I don't know what that is, or I don't know what to put in it, then you can just go ahead and skip that area. But keep in mind, say it's availability and you're not keeping good track of your inventory. We just learned in this workshop that inventory is like key whenever someone is searching online to buy in store. So you might want to skip it for now, but it's something that you want to keep in mind that people are looking for. So once you have done your spreadsheet and uploaded it into the site, now all your products are going to be available there. So once Merchant Center is set up and complete, you can see all of it in the many places that we covered already for Merchant Center, in the search and the images, shopping tabs, shopping ads, and even places like Google Lens. So we covered a lot about Merchant Center. Let me know if you have a question in the chat. And then if it's something that you haven't used before, will you consider using it? If you will, type 1 for yes. If you're still thinking about it, type 2. I'm very curious. And then what I'm going to do is we're just about at the 15-minute mark until we close. So I'm going to move into our final section, which is talking about Shopify a little bit more. So keep your questions coming, and we will go ahead and get to those at the end. So this is showing you how Merchant Center can also talk to Shopify, and we talked about that a little more. So a lot of small businesses like ours use third-party e-commerce tools to run our websites and to run our stores, and we want to introduce Shopify today. So there's a way that you can connect Shopify to Merchant Center, and that helps you to skip that verification step if you are actually selling in your store as an option through Merchant Center. So let's talk about Shopify a little bit. Shopify is a platform, it's a website platform that is meant to help their customer base, which is small businesses like us, develop better customer relationships to grow their sales and to ultimately grow their business. So this is what we're going to cover in our last couple of minutes through Shopify. We're going to tell you a little bit more about Shopify. We're going to show you how to get started and how to connect it with Google. I am very interested to know if you have a Shopify site, type 1 for yes, 2 for no, or 3, I want one. Let me know in the chat. I'm very curious. It looks like we have a couple ones, and then we have a lot of people who may want Shopify. And yeah, so hopefully we'll give you some information to help you, determine if Shopify might be the right platform for you. So I love the mission of Shopify, and this is what their mission is: to make commerce better for everyone. I love it so much because it doesn't just focus on making it a better customer experience for your customers, but Shopify is really committed to making sure that you as the business owner, commerce is better for you. It's easier for you. You're making money, you're able to control it. So I really love this. Here's some statistics about Shopify. It was founded in Canada 15 years ago, and it is now being used in 175 countries. Their platform is used by 1 million merchants who collectively have generated over 155 billion in sales using Shopify. It is a very powerful platform. So during COVID, many business owners found that they needed to be online in order to stay afloat. Those offline only retailers had to integrate online sales somehow, and Shopify is a way that many of those did it. So when you're looking at starting up with Shopify, it's going to allow you to sell your physical products in your personalized e-commerce website. It's going to give you a template for you to build your site, add your products and everything. So this is an example of what the Spice House, who we've been looking at for this entire workshop, what their website might look like. It has those enticing photos. It's letting you know what their best sellers are. You can tell that through the imagery. I just saw, as it scrolled, a very powerful point where it said where they were featured at, who had featured their products. So it is giving this comprehensive view of what the Spice House offers, its accolades, and how to actually purchase. So if you want to get started with Shopify, you want to go ahead and go to shopify.com and create an account. When you enter your email address, you want to go ahead and click the start free trial if you haven't used Shopify before, so you can test it out. Once you have an account, you're going to be able to log into Shopify from any device to be able to make any updates or changes. It's going to ask you a couple things about yourself. It's going to want to get to know your business better. Are you already selling? What is your revenue? What industry are you in? And are you setting up a store for a client? So I usually check that because I am a website designer and developer, and sometimes I'm setting up a store for my client. But most of you all may be, setting up the store for yourself. This is giving you an idea of that dashboard. Dashboards usually are always on that left-hand side, and it is showing you this is like the control center for your website. So this is where you can modify the theme that you choose. And the theme is the overall visual layout of your website. As a website developer, I usually work from blank themes, but the power of something like Shopify is they have preset themes. So really, when you look at the theme, you just have to imagine, do I like the flow of this? And then you place your pictures and your text and your fonts and colors in to make it your own. You can create email marketing campaigns, view analytics and reports. You want to make sure that you are prepared to fill in your payment, delivery, pickup options. You want to make sure you're ready with your tax information and your shipping services, terms of services, return policies, FAQs, all of that necessary content to get it set up. But we are going to focus on what it looks like to add your products on Shopify. So when we talk about adding products, I do want to press into the fact that it can be a digital product. Like you might sell an online course, you might have a product that is your consultation service, and that is completely okay. When you add your products to Shopify, they're already going to be ready to sell across all your channels, including Merchant Center. So if you are an established business and you have a spreadsheet, kind of like the one we talked about at Merchant Center, you have the option to upload that right on into Shopify, and then it will create a brand new product, which is really cool because then you're not reinventing the wheel for that. So this is what the product page looks like. Very similar to Merchant Center and to the business profile. You want to have all that baseline information so you can pop it right into the different fields that is requesting information from you. The title, the description, the images, the videos that showcase what you offer, and then you want to go ahead and save that product. So then I want to talk a little bit about how to connect with Google. So we talked about this before, but Shopify actually allows you to connect with Google. So then you can showcase through the channels that Google has, especially through Merchant Center, pretty well. So in order to connect to Google, you want to set up the Google channel to sync your products. So here, what you see is that you would end up going to your Shopify or your Google account, and you would want to click add a sales channel. And that's what this is showing you here on a Shopify account. So you are going to add a sales channel. And then you're going to go and to connect your Google account. So you want to remember that it's going to require an email address, and you want to use the email that you have your Merchant Center and your business set up on. Then it's going to ask you to confirm some requirements because there are requirements that are needed in order to sync. So your Shopify store has to be set up online and published. Publish is whenever you have finished designing your site, adding all your products, and once you hit publish, it is live into the World Wide Web. Anybody can find it. Until you hit publish, your site is just in draft. It's in draft status where only you can view it and make changes to it. So it has to be published. You have to have relevant payment and contact information. You have to have a refund policy in terms of service, and you also have to have the countries and the currencies that you're selling in. So those are all things that you are required to have in order to sync Merchant Center and Shopify. And then once you are meeting all those requirements, it's simply time to sync those. So you'll need your Merchant Center account to do that. So you would just go ahead and create or sign into your Merchant Center account. And then this is actually showing you selecting the merchant account that you want to connect. This step is really important because it's making sure that the product information that is on Google and in Shopify is going to make sure they merge together. So remember, this is all free too. Shopify is not a free service. You have to pay to get your Shopify account set up, but the Merchant Center is free. So once you link those two together, the product should begin to sync together. So you want to set up your target market and your shipping and things. So once you're at that point, the syncing hasn't happened because you have to set up your target market and your language and your shipping settings in order for the products to actually sync. So you want to do that. And then this is like the final step. So now you have the option to connect your Google Ads account to get started with Smart Shopping campaign. So then these ads help your products appear in front of Google, on YouTube, on search. And we already talked about that because the ads work with Merchant Center as well. And because Shopify works with Merchant Center, now they're all syncing together. So if you want to set up a smart shopping campaign, you just want to sync your products, set your daily budget, and then watch and optimize your campaign based off of the feedback you're getting. So we covered a lot today. Hopefully you have an idea of how these 3 powerful tools, and I mean, of course, there's some in between, but we talked about Business Profile, Merchant Center, and Shopify, how they can all work together to help you get even more exposure online. I love this quote, and it is encouraging you that you don't have to be good to start. You just have to start to be good. So yes, that was a lot of information, but tell us in the chat, what are you going to start on today? What are you going to start on to be good? I am going to go ahead and share just a couple of additional resources with you all, and then I'm going to turn it back over to Rachel and Elise so they can share any information that they have. And I will also take a look at the questions that you all may have put in the chat and answer them if I have additional time. I'm going to go ahead and add in a couple of different links to some tools that can help you as you are looking at your website. So Grow My Store is really cool. It's another free tool designed for retailers who sell online, in store, or both. And if you go ahead and go to this Grow My Store link, it's going to analyze your website and give you different information that can help you improve your site. So I really encourage you all to use that tool. The next tool I'm going to share is our YouTube channel. So if you want to continue your learning journey for your business, go ahead and log into our YouTube channel, look at previous videos we've done, and we do a new one every Thursday. The career certificates is really cool. If there's a specialized area you want to grow in, these career certificates will get you set very soon. And then ultimately, our Grow with Google channel is for anyone who is just looking to grow. And that honestly is all that I have today. I do want to hear back from you all about, you know, what parts stood out to you and what's going to be a game changer for you. I know that Vicki has already dropped the link for our handout. The handout is going to be like a high-level overview of everything we covered today. And then the last thing that I want to ask for you all to do is that if anybody on this call today wants an accountability check-in with me, if you want to check in and let me know how your website boost is coming, what products you are using, if you have questions, I want you to drop your email in the chat right now, and then I will follow up with you and do a check-in to see how this website work is coming for you. So just drop your email if you're interested. And Vicki also dropped the link for the Google survey. We encourage you to complete not only our survey, but the one that Rachel is going to introduce to you all as well, because Temple does a great job at providing these workshops for us to continue to grow. So I am going to hush and turn it over to Rachel. Vicki, thank you again so much for assisting me today.
Thank you so much. It was such a wonderful program, as always, when you come and do these presentations for us. Like Soleil mentioned, I put it in the chat, but I'm about to put it in again. Please let us know how we did by filling out our SBDC survey. Not only does it help us to improve these programs that we're offering to you, but it is also a requirement of our funders so that we can continue to offer these services for you. I want to take a special shout out for Soleil and for Vicki. Thank you so much for providing all of this fantastic information. I know I'm seeing some comments about how this is a lot of information. I totally agree. But as a reminder, you will be receiving a recording of the presentation so that you can rewatch and go at your own pace. And we will also include those handouts as well. Thank you so much for attending, and we hope to see you all at future events coming up. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.